Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to reading of Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita from Anta Leela, verse number 159. We will continue from Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhete Girim Yat Kripa Tamam Vande Shri Gurum Deen Tarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Vrindavanam Divya Lata Paritam लताश्च पुष्प स्फुरतिग्रभाजः पुष्पाणि च स्फीता मधुव्रतानि मधुव्रताश्च श्रुति हरि गीता. My dear friend, see how this forest of Vrindavan is full of transcendental creepers and trees. The tops of the creepers are full of flowers, and intoxicated bumblebees are buzzing around them, humming songs that please the ear and surpass even the Vedic hymns. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. This verse from Vidgad Madhav 1.24 is spoken by Lord Balram to his friend Sri Dam. Verse 160. Kvachit Bhringi Geetam, Kvachid Anil Bhangi Shishirata, Kvachid Valli Lasyam, Kvachid Amal Malli परिमलः क्वचिद् धाराशाली करकफलपाली रसभरो ऋषिकानां वृन्दं प्रमदयति वृन्दावनम idam. My dear friend, this forest of Vrindavan is giving great pleasure to our senses in various ways. Somewhere bumblebees are singing in groups, and some places mild breezes are cooling the entire atmosphere. Somewhere the creepers and tree twigs are dancing, the malika flowers are expanding their fragrance, and an overabundance of juice is constantly flowing in showers from pomegranate fruits. Purport. This verse from Vidgat Madhav 1.31 is spoken by Lord Krishna to his cowherd friend Madhumangal. Verse 161. Param shtangushta trayam asit ratnair ubhayato vahanti संकीर्णौ मणिभीर अरुणैस्तत् परिसरौ तयोर मध्ये हीरोज्वल विमल जाम्बूनदमयी करे कल्याणीयं विहरति हरे केली मुरली. The flute of Krishna's pastimes measures 3 fingers in length and is bedecked with Indraneel gems. At the end of the flute are Arun gems, rubies glittering beautifully, and between its ends the flute is plated with gold set ablaze by diamonds. This auspicious flute, pleasing to Krishna, is glittering in his hand with transcendental brilliance. Purport. This verse from the Vidgat Madhav 3.1 is spoken to Lalita Devi by Purnamashi. Verse 162. Sadvamshatas tav janihi purushottamasya panau sthitir murali ke saralasi jatya kasmat tvaya sakhi gurur vishma grihita gopangana gana vimohan mantra diksha. My dear friend, the flute, it appears that you have been born of a very good family, for your residence is in the hands of Sri Krishna. By birth you are simple and are not at all crooked. Why then have you taken initiation into this dangerous mantra that enchants the assembled gopis? Purport. This verse from Vidgat Madhav 5.17 is spoken by Srimati Radharani. Verse 163. Sakhi Murli Vishal Chidra Jalen Purna Laghur Ati Kathina Tvam Granthila Nirasasi Tad api bhajasi shashvach chumbanand sandram harikara parirambham kena punyodayena. My dear friend, the flute, you are actually full of many holes or faults. You are light, hard, juiceless, and full of knots. But what kind of pious activities have engaged you in the service of being kissed by the Lord and embraced by his hands? Purport. This verse, Vidgat Madhav 4.7, is spoken by Chandravali Sakhi, the Gopi competitor of Srimati Radharani. Verse 164. Rundham ambu bhritash chamatkriti param kurvan muhustumrum ध्यानाद अंतरयन संदन मुखान विस्मापयन वेदसम औतुस्क्यावलिभीर बलिम चातुल्यन भोगिंद्रम आघुरण्यम भिंदन अंडकटाह भितिम अभितो भब्राम वमसी ध्वनि. The transcendental vibrations of Krishna's flute blocked the movements of rain clouds, struck the Gandharvas full of wonder, and agitated the meditation of great saintly persons like Sanak and Sanandan. It created wonder in Lord Brahma, wrought intense curiosity that agitated the mind of Bali Maharaj, who was otherwise firmly fixed, made Maharaj Anant, the carrier of planets, whirl around and penetrated the strong coverings of the universe. Thus the sound of the flute in the hands of Krishna created a wonderful situation. Purport: this verse from Vidgat Madhav 1.27 is spoken by Madhumangal, a cowherd friend of Krishna's. Verse 165. Ayam Nayana Dandita Pravara Pundarik Prabhaha Prabhati Nav Jaguda Dyuti Vidambi Pitambaraha Aranyaj Parikshriya Damita Divya Veshadaro Harin Mani Manohar Dyutibhir Ujwalango Hari. The beauty of Krishna's eyes surpassed the beauty of lotus flowers, white lotus flowers. His yellow garments surpassed the brilliance of fresh decorations of kunkum. His ornaments of selected forest flowers subdued the hankering for the best of garments, and his bodily beauty possesses mind-attracting splendor greater than the jewels known as Markat Mani or the emeralds. Purport: this is the verse from Vidgat Mata 1.17 spoken by Purnmashi. Verse 166. Jangadhas Tata Sangi Dakshina Padam Kinchid Vibhugna Trikam Sachi Stambhita Kandharam Sakhi Tiraha Sanchari Netranchalam Vamshim Kutmalite Dadhanam Adhare Lolanguli Sangatam Ringad Brahmaram Varangi Paramanandam Puraha Swikuru. O most beautiful friend, please accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is standing before you full of transcendental bliss. The borders of his eyes roam from side to side, and his eyebrows move slowly like bumblebees on his lotus-like face, standing with his right foot placed below the knee of his leg, the middle of his body curved in three places. And his neck gracefully tilted to the sides. He takes his flute to his pursed lips and moves his fingers upon it here and there. Purport: this verse from Lalit Madhav Natak 4.27, a 10-act play by Srila Rupa Goswami, is spoken by Lalita Devi to Radharani. Verse 167. Kulavara Tanu Dharma Grava Vrindani Bindan Sumukhi Nishit Dirgha Pang Tank Chattabhihe Yugadpad Ayam Apurvaha Kah Puro Vishwakarma Markat Mani Lakshair Goshta Kaksham Chinoti. O beautiful faced one, who is this creative person standing before us with the sharp chisels of his loving glances? He is splitting the heart stones of many women's devotion to their husbands, and with the luster of his body surpassing the brilliance of countless emeralds, he is simultaneously constructing private meeting places for his pastimes. Purport: this verse, Lalita Madhav 1.52, is spoken by Radharani to Lalita Devi. Verse 168. Mahendra Mani Mandali Madvidambi Dehadutir Prajendra Kula Chandra Maha Sfurti Ko Api Navyo Yuva Sakhi Sthira Kulangana Nikar Nivi Bandhargala Chidda Karna Kautuki Jayati Yasya Vamshi Dhvani. My dear friend, this newly youthful Lord Krishna, the moon in the family of Nand Maharaj, is so beautiful that he defies the beauty of clusters of valuable jewels. All glories to the vibration of his flute, for it is cunningly breaking the patience of chaste ladies by loosening their belts and tight dresses. This verse from Lalita Madhav 1.49 is spoken by Lalita Devi to Radharani. Verse 169, Balad Akshanor Lakshmi Kavalyati Navyam Kuvalyam Mukhul Asah Phulam Kamalavanam Ulanghyati Cha Dasham Kashtam Ashtapadam Api Nayati Angik Ruchir Vichitram Radhayah Kim Api Kila Rupam Vilasati. The beauty of Srimati Radharani's eyes forcibly devours the beauty of newly grown blue lotus flowers, and the beauty of her face surpasses that of an entire forest of fully blossomed lotuses. Her bodily luster seems to place even gold into a painful situation. Thus, the wonderful, unprecedented beauty of Srimati Radharani is awakening in Vrindavan. Purport: this verse is from Vidgad Madhav 1.32, spoken by Purnamashi. Verse 170, Vidhur eti diva virupatam shatapatram bata sarvari mukhe iti kena sada shriyojwalam tulanam arhati mat priyanam. Although the effulgence of the moon is brilliantly initiated at night, in the daytime it fades away. Similarly, although the lotus is beautiful during the daytime, at night it closes. But, oh my dear friend, the face of my most dear Srimati Radharani is always bright and beautiful, both day and night. Therefore, to what can her face be compared? Purport: this verse from Vidgad Madhav 5.20 is spoken by Sri Krishna to Madhumangal. Verse 171, Pramada Rasataranga Smera Ganda Sthalayah Smara Dhanur Anubandhi Bru Lata Lasya Bhajaha Mad Kalachala Bhringi Bhranti Bhangim Tadhano Hridayam Idam Adankshit Pakshamalayaksyah Kataksha. When Srimati Radharani smiles, waves of joy flow over her cheeks and her arched eyebrows dance like the bow of a cupid. Her glance is so enchanting that it is like dancing bumblebee moving unsteadily due to intoxication. That bee has been bitten the wool of my heart. Purport: this verse is from Vidgad Madhav 2.51, spoken by Lord Krishna. Verse 172, Rai kahe tumar kavitra amritera dhar Dvitiya Natakera Kahe Nandi Vyavhar. Having heard these verses recited by Rup Goswami, Sri Ramanand Rai said, Your poetic expressions are like continuous showers of nectar. Kindly let me hear the introductory portion of the second drama. Verse 173, Rup Kahe Kaha Tumi Suryopama Bhasa Muni Kon Kshudra Yena Khadyot Prakasha. Shri Rup Goswami said, In your presence, which is just like brilliant sunshine, I am as insignificant as the light of glowworm. Verse 174, Tomara Age Dharishtya Emukha Vyadan Eta Bali Nandi Shlok Karila Vyakhyan. It is even impudent for me to open my mouth before you. Then, having said this, he recited the introductory verse of Lalit Madhav. Verse 175, Sura Ripu Sudrisham Uroj Kokan Mukha Kamalyani Cha Khedyan Akhandaha Chiram Akhila Surit Chakor Nandi Dishav Mukunda Yashaha Shashi Mudam Vaha. The beautiful moonlight glories of Mukund gives distress to the lotus-like faces of the wives of demons and to their raised breasts which are like gleaming Chakravat birds. These glories, however, are pleasing to all his devotees who are like Chakor birds. May those glories forever give pleasure to you all. Purport: this is the first verse of Act 1 of the Lalit Madhav. Verse 176, Dvitiya Nandi Kaha Dekhi Rai Puchila Sankoch Pana Roop Padite Lagila When Sri Ramananda Rai further inquired about the second introductory verse, Rupa Goswami, somewhat hesitant but nevertheless, he began to recite. Verse 177. Nij pranayitam sudham udayam apnuvan yah kshito kirati alam uri krita dvij kuladhiraj stiti salunsita tamastatir mama shachi sutakhyah shashi vashi krita jagan manaha kim api sharma vinayas yatu. The moon-like Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as his son of Mother Shachi, has now appeared on earth to spread devotional love of himself. He is the emperor of the Brahman community. He can drive away all the darkness of ignorance and control the minds of everyone in the world. May that rising moon bestow upon all of us good fortune. Purport. This is the third verse of the Act 1 of the Lalit Madhav. Verse 178. Shuniya Prabhura yadi antare ullas bahire kahena kichu kari roshabhas. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was inwardly greatly pleased when he heard this verse, externally he spoke as if angry. Verse 179. Kanha Tumar Krishna Rasa Kavya Sudha Sindhu Tar Madhye Mithya Kene Stuti Kshar Bindu. Your exalted poetic descriptions of the mellows of Lord Krishna's pastimes are like an ocean of nectar, but why have you put in a false prayer about me? It is like a drop of detestable alkali. Verse 180. Rai kahe rupera kavya amritera pura tar mathe ek bindu diyache karpura. Sri Ramananda Rai objected, it is not alkali at all, it is a particle of camphor he has put into the nectar of his exalted poetic expression. Verse 181. Prabhu kahe Rai tumar ihate ullas shunite lajja lok kare uphas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear Ramananda Rai, you are jubilant at hearing these poetic expressions, but I am ashamed to hear them, for people in general will joke about the subject of this verse. Verse 182. Rai kahe lokera sukha ihar shravane abhisht devera smriti mangala charane. Ramananda Rai said, instead of joking, people in general will feel great pleasure in hearing such poetry, for the initial remembrance of the worshipful deity invokes good fortune. Verse 183. Rai kahe kon ange patrera pravesha tabe roop goshani kahe tahar vishesha. Ramananda Rai inquired, by which subdivision of style do the players enter? Rupa Goswami then began to speak specifically about this subject. Verse 184. Natata kirat rajam nihatya rangastale kala nidhina samay tena vidheyam gunavati tara kar grahanam. While dancing on the stage after having killed the ruler of uncivilized men like Kamsa, Lord Krishna, master of all arts, will at the proper time accept the hand of Srimati Radharani, who is qualified with all the transcendental attributes. Purport. This is a verse from Lalit Madhav 1.11. Verse 185. Udghatyak naam ei amukh vithi ang tomar aage kahe iha dharishtyer tarang. Udghatyak naam, a dancing appearance of the player, technically known as Udghatyak A Amukha. This is the introduction with Yanga. The part is called Vithi is called Vithi. Tumar aage, before you, kahi I say, tha, this dhar shtera tarang, waves of impudence. In this connection, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur again quotes the following verse from the Sahitya Darpan 6.288. Udghateka katho gataha prayogatishyas tatha pravartaka Valagite Pancha Prastavana Bhidha. Thus, the technical names for the 5 kinds of introductory scene of drama are listed as Udghataka, Kathoghataka, Prayogadisya, Pravartak, and Avalgita. When Ramananda Rai inquired which of these 5 Srila Rupa Goswami had used to accomplish the technical introduction to his drama Lalit Madhav, Rupa Goswami replied that he had used the introductory technically called Udghatak. According to technical introduction to his drama Lalit Madhav, Rupa Goswami replied that he had used introduction technically called Udghatyak. According to the Bharati Vritti, 3 technical terms are Prarochana, Vithi, and Prasana. Thus, Rupa Goswami also mentioned Vithi, which is a technical term for certain types of expression according to the Sahitya Darpan 6.520. Vithiyam eko bhaved ankah kaschid ekotra kalpayate aksha bhashitair uktesh chitram pratyuktim ashrita. The Vithi beginning of a drama consists of only one scene. In that scene, one of the heroes enters the stage, and by the means of opposing statements uttered by the voice from sky, that is off stage, he introduces the abundant conjugal mellows and other mellows to some degree. In the course of the introduction, all the seeds of the play are planted. This introduction is called Udghatyaka because the player dances on the stage. This term also indicates the full moon enters the stage. In this case, when the word Natata, dancing on the stage, is linked with the moon, he is actually lost it. Okay, I'll just read it again anyway. The term also indicates that the full moon enters the stage. In this case, when the word Natat, the dancing on the stage, is linked to the moon, its meaning is obscure because the meaning becomes very clear when the word Natata is linked with Krishna. This type of introduction is called Udghatyaka. Srila Ramananda Rai used highly technical terms when he discussed this subject with Srila Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami stated that Srila Ramananda Rai was a great learned scholar of bona fide dramatic composition. Thus, although Srila Rupa Goswami was quite fit to answer Srila Ramananda Rai's question, due to his Vaishnava humility, he said that his words were impudent. Actually, both Rupa Goswami and Ramananda Rai were scholarly experts in composing poetry and presenting it strictly according to the Sahitya Darpan and the other Vedic literatures. Verse 186, Padani tva agatarthani tad artha tadarthagataye naraha yojayanti padair anayeh sa udghatak uchyate. To explain an unclear word, men generally join in with other words such as attempt is called Udghatyak. This verse is quoted from the Sahitya Darpan 6.289. This is the purport. Verse 187, Rai kahe kah aage angera vishesha Shri Rupa kahena kichu sankshep uddeshya. When Ramananda Rai requested Shri Rupa Goswami to speak further about the various portions of the play, Shri Rupa Goswami briefly quoted his Lalit Madhav. Verse 188, Harim uddishyate rajo bharah puratah sangamayati amum tamaha vrajavama drisham na padatihi prakata sarvadrishah shruter api. The dust from cows and calves on the roads creates a kind of darkness indicating that Krishna is returning home from pasture. Also, the darkness of evening provokes the gopis to meet Krishna. Thus, the pastimes of Krishna and gopis are covered by a kind of transcendental darkness and are therefore simply for ordinary men, ordinary scholars of the Vedas to see. But this verse is from Lalit Madhav 1.23, spoken by Purnamashi in a meeting with Gargi. Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita 2.45, Traya Gunaya Vishaya Veda Nistraya Gunayo Bhavarjuna. Thus, he advised Arjun to rise above the modes of material nature, for the entire Vedic system is filled with descriptions involving Sattva Gun, Rajagun, and Tamogun. People are actually covered by the quality of Rajagun and are therefore unable to understand the levels, pastimes of Krishna. The quality, people are generally covered by the quality of Rajagun and are therefore unable to understand the pastimes of Krishna with gopis and of Raja. Moreover, the quality of Tamogun further disturbs their understanding. In Vrindavan, however, although Krishna is covered by hazy darkness of the dust, the gopis can nevertheless understand that within the dust storm is Krishna because they are his topmost devotees. They can perceive his hand in everything. Thus, even in the dark or in a hazy storm of dust, devotees can understand that what Krishna is doing. The purport of this verse is that under no circumstance Krishna is ever lost to the visions of his. Right. Moreover, the quality of Tamogun further disturbs their understanding. In Vrindavan, however, although Krishna is covered by the hazy darkness of the dust, the gopis can nevertheless understand that within the dust storm is Krishna because they are his topmost devotees. They can perceive his hand in everything. Thus, even in the dark or in a hazy storm of dust, devotees can understand what Krishna is doing. The purport of this verse is that under no circumstances is Krishna ever lost to the vision of exalted devotees like gopis. Verse 189, Hriyam avagreya grihebhyah karshati radham vanaya ya nipuna sa jayanti nishthatha vara vamshaja kakoli didi. Verse 189, Riyam avagriyah grebhyah karshati radham vanaya nanipunana sajayati nishritartha vara vamshaja kakali duli. May the sweet sound of Lord Krishna's flute, his authorized messenger, be glorified, for it expertly releases Srimati Radharani from her shyness and attracts her from her home to the forest. Purport: this verse is from Lalit Madhav 1.24, is spoken by Gargi, the daughter of Garg Muni. Verse 190, Sahachari Nirantankah ko yam yuva mudiram dyutir vraja bhuvi kutah prapto madhyan matan gaja vibhrama ahah chatulair utsar bhir drig anchara. Matan gaja vibhrama ahah chatulair utsar padhir drig anchal taskarair mama dhriti dhanam chetah koshad vilunthayatiha yaha. My dear friend, who is this fearless young man? He is as bright as lightning cloud, and he wanders in his pastimes like a maddened elephant. From where has he come to Vrindavan? Alas, by his restless movements and attractive glances, he is plundering from the vault of my heart the treasure of my patience. This verse, Lalit Madhav 2.11, is spoken by Srimati Radharani to her friend Lalita Devi. So we'll continue reading from verse 191 next time. Thank you for joining. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.